One thing I don't think we have mentioned, and we kind of just are assuming it because we kind of know, but a private developer, even if they got the land for free, could not go out and build units that would meet the criteria to be affordable. Simply to make the payments on the loans involved, the taxes, the insurance, the water. Like, once you make all those.
It's not even close.
Yeah, I did one recently with someone, and the base, like, if you build the cheapest units where it's like just as garbage as you can get, but you meet the code, wood frame, nothing fancy, like pedestal sinks, like literally like garbage. You're going to be getting, like, you still need like $1,300 or $1,400 to be able to make any money.
Totally.
Not even to make money, just to cover your costs.
Man, the idea of the land being free doesn't matter. The land is literally the cheapest part of the entire construction process.
But my point, I'm just saying that for somebody, because somebody looking in here, if you're not a developer and you don't know all the numbers,
Totally.
like, well, why don't the developers just keep their rents a little lower?
Yeah.
We physically cannot.
So, I mean, some of the folks listening to this will have mortgages and some won't, but just for really easy numbers, what the type of construction Neal is talking about with HST is probably about $250,000 a unit.
Yeah.
Okay? And anyone out there who has a $250,000 mortgage knows that that's approximately $1,200 a month.
Yeah.
Give or take.
Yeah.
But including your property tax. So that's $1,200. And then a new building that you're trying to make affordable, you'd probably include the utilities in that.
Yeah.
So if you're the landlord owner, if you're paying $1,200 to service your debt, including your property tax,
$125 in utilities.
Yeah, $125 in utilities because you're going to give them free water, you're going to give them free heat and all that, which new buildings do because there is some economies to that.
$50 insurance.
$50 insurance. Common amenity spaces, like you have to heat the common areas as well. You have to clean the mats in the entryway. You have to, all of these things. Yeah. There's just no way possible to build a unit.
That's at $1,400 already.
Yeah, there's just no way possible to build a unit that doesn't cost $1,400 a month. So this is why saying, well, the landlords need to do more. And this is why when people say, oh my gosh, there's a new development over there and there's 100 units, and someone quickly gets on their keyboard warrior and says, well, how many units in there are affordable? It's like, well, it's that's not the root of the issue. But like you said, when those 100 units get rented, the people who, that alleviates some of the demand pressures on the other units, and you hope that plays one of the roles. It's a multi-pronged attack, but...
That's my logic. Yeah, exactly. Just to explain it even a little more clearly, like, if you could rent in downtown for $1,000 a month, there'd be no reason anyone would migrate. There'd be some, but on majority would not migrate to a neighborhood 20 minutes from downtown and pay $1,000 a month for that same one bedroom that 3-4 years ago was rented for $600.
Yeah.
But that's happening right now because there is no availability on the peninsula, even for the new expensive stuff. Yeah. And so not only are they coming out to pay $1,000 a month, they're coming out to pay $1,400 for a renovated one.
Yeah.
Because it's like it feels the same as the one on the peninsula, and they don't mind driving the extra. Well, they have no choice but to drive there 15 minutes.
And here we get into another issue. Like you talked about Montreal, and again, I can't speak really with any expertise on how they managed to keep it affordable.
Nor can I really, but...
But it's a much larger city. How come people can move across it so much easier? Well, because they have a better transit system.
Yeah.
Right? Like we struggle with this, that we are not a city as small as we are that you can get around that easily. So even if you wanted to be a shrewd person who was going to pick up an affordable apartment and be willing to say, yeah, I'm okay taking a slightly, being 2 extra train stops to get to work, we don't have a train. So it's a moot point.
We barely have a ferry that goes 2 stops.
Yeah. So again, there's a lot of things that go into making a city affordable to live in. New construction is going to alleviate some of the pressure. It's not going to be able to provide the stock in any significance. Because a lot of individuals, too, if you ask them, say you take someone who's been, I don't want to say dislocated because that's a medical term, but someone who has lost their rental unit. Displaced from their rental unit in North End Dartmouth.
Yep.
Even if a developer said, I've got great news for you. I got this beautiful new unit. It's subsidized. It's down off Barrington.
Yeah.
That person may say, I don't want to live on Barrington.
Yeah,
right? My family, my life is in North End Dartmouth. So I think it's more important to not kind of just tell people like, oh, we're going to put you in affordable housing over here, but to ask them and to create a situation whereby they can stay in their neighborhoods or in their homes anyway.
Yep.
Right? That is a better solution, I think, and that'd be the solution that people I think would want, is to be able to stay either in their home or at least in their community.
Yep.
And that's something that's lost as well when you just kind of throw these incentives at developers. And also, to circle back to my initial point, it's very easy for a developer to say, I hit an affordability criteria, right? Because 30% of household income means a unit that's $2,200. So these new...
There's that, and then there's also the what is it, the 10% below market rents in your neighborhood.
Yep.
But that's become a trick because, okay, so your neighborhood's South End Halifax. Well, the average rent's $2,000 a month. So you rent them for $1,800. You are now qualified, and you get the funds.
Yeah, and no one can tell me that that is helping the actual problem that we need to be concerned with. It's not, it's... And that's not to say it doesn't have a benefit for people who are in that 12 to 14 range. It does.
Yeah.
But it doesn't serve the most at-risk individuals.